Good evening, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Vanessa, and I'm here to share a little bit about Magnolia with you. So I was super excited about this. I love all floral oils. I probably use them the most out of any oils. So yeah, I was very excited. So I'm just here to share a little bit about Magnolia. There's not a ton of information out there at this point, but we learned some cool things at convention. And yeah, I've just been learning new things every day about this oil. So yeah, I'll share a little bit about it. So Magnolia is sourced in China. Hey, Elise. Well, I should be specific. doTERRA's Magnolia is sourced in China. It takes over 5,000 blossoms to produce one 15 ml bottle of Magnolia essential oil. So that's a lot of flowers. So that's probably part of the reason why it's in a touch, if you've wondered, is just to make it more cost effective, easier for all of us to get our hands on. But then I'll speak to this more, obviously, but a lot of its uses are topical, so it's just super easy and convenient to use for all of its best uses. So yeah, it smells really fresh and floral, obviously a little bit fruity. I find it's not quite as like florally as the other florals, which makes it really nice, just different. So some of the top uses for Magnolia. So if you're feeling anxious throughout the day, if you're getting those anxious feelings, you can apply Magnolia topically to your pulse points. So like around your neck, over your heart, right on your wrists, wherever your pulse is. And like lavender or bergamot, if those are oils that you generally go to ease those feelings of tension or stress or those feelings of anxiousness, Magnolia is another great option to use. So it's very calming, very relaxing, and very soothing to those emotions. If you're getting ready for bed, hey Amanda, it's very relaxing, like promotes those feelings of relaxation before bedtime. So I actually used it last night before bed, loved it. I do keep this one in my bathroom, which is kind of weird, but it's just, I don't know, I guess I use it most of the time in the washroom before bed or something, but that was beside the point. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, so because it's touch, it might seem harder to just inhale it, but it's actually really easy. Just like roll some right on your palm, and then like any other oil, just rub your hands together, a couple over your nose, and just deeply inhale. Yeah, definitely more fruity than the other florals. Anyway, a little scatterbrained, sorry. But yeah, so just do that too, and then you're getting the oils aromatically, and which is the fastest way usually to affect your mood naturally or affect your emotions. So that's what I did last night, and it was amazing. So yeah, that's another good note. You can combine it or layer it with lavender, bergamot, serenity, like whatever your favorite nighttime oils are. Magnolia is a great addition. Yeah, it smells like candy, like yeah, some sort of little hint of fruitiness in there, which is, it's really nice because some people don't like floral scents. It smells too old lady-ish or whatever, but yeah, this one's really nice. So Magnolia is also really amazing for your skin, so it's very cleansing, very moisturizing, and that's another reason why like it's in a roller, because you can just roll it wherever your trouble spots are. So if it's your skin on your face needs a little bit more hydration, like adding it into your skincare routine before bedtime is a great way to use it. Or if you have any kind of like irritation or dryness anywhere, you can just roll it right on. And oils on their own, like if you have any dryness, oils on their own can actually be quite drying to your skin. So it's actually amazing that this comes in coconut oil, because you don't have to worry about diluting it first in a carrier oil. Just apply it right to wherever you have some dry skin or some irritated skin, and you're good to go. So it's easy to bring with you on the go and everything like that. Yeah, so add it to your daily skincare routine. Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of people are using this as like a personal fragrance, just because they like florals, but this one, like we said, is more fruity, and it's just another nice option if you're looking for a new fragrance. Yes, love me some touch rollers too. Yes, interesting fact about the bean drying. Sorry, I'll try not to get too distracted by the comments, but I love it. As far as fragrance goes, like your own personal fragrance, so if you're using it for its scent, pair it with bergamot or ylang ylang for your own personal fragrance. Those are two cool combos that I learned about. And then yeah, if you need to create those feelings of like calm and relaxation, try also rolling on the bottoms of your feet, specifically on the bottom of your big toe, because that's a reflexology point for your brain. So just to help calm all that chatter in your brain that happens sometimes, that's another good spot to apply it. So a little bit about its chemistry, which bear with me, as most of you know, science is not my thing. But the reason that it is so like calming and soothing and relaxing and all those emotions that I just talked about, it's because of the linalool content. So Magnolia has the highest amount of linalool out of any floral oil. So, you know, a lot of people go to lavender for all things calm, all things soothing, and that's because of the linalool in lavender. But Magnolia has more than any other floral oil, so it has 71%, which is pretty huge, and that's why it's going to be so soothing to your emotions and soothing to like your skin, your tissues, everything, just all things calm, all things soothing. So similar to lavender and bergamot in those aspects, but it's actually like very similar to Melissa or helichrysum. So, but way more cost effective, obviously. Magnolia's, I think, 28 US. Melissa's 140. Helichrysum is just around 100. So, amazing that we get some of those benefits from those more expensive oils, but this one's a little bit more cost effective. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. So, we haven't learned too much about like the emotional benefits because I don't think the new edition of emotions and essential oils has been released yet, but Emily Wright presented this oil at convention and she spoke very briefly about the emotional benefits, so I'm excited to share that with you. So in terms of benefits, Magnolia is very opening, very heavenly, and very resplendent, so it helps to instill confidence. It helps you to feel like beautiful and radiant in your own skin and helps you connect to your higher power and purpose. So that sounds pretty powerful to me. Something I think we could all use a little bit of. And then speaking of like emotional things, so in traditional health practices, in China and Thailand, magnolia flowers have been used to help create a sense of balance within your body. So I think that's the thing that like hit me the most because I mean, balance is one of my favorite oils. I'm all about balance because I have high anxiety sometimes and depression, so that balance is very important to me. So I'm excited to use Magnolia a ton for bringing balance to my body because I need it. So yeah, and then speaking of Chinese medicine, so Desiree Mangendog, don't know if you follow her. If you don't, you should. We got to hear her speak in Utah and it was amazing. But she specializes in Chinese medicine and talks a lot about like energy and oils that you can help with your energy centers and that sort of thing. So she posted a video, so I'll just share a little bit about what her video was about. You're more than welcome to go watch hers because she knows a lot more than I do. But to summarize what she spoke about, because it was pretty powerful as well. So as humans, we have a tendency to stack our problems. So one thing goes wrong in your day and it kind of just sets you off, and then you notice another negative thing happen, and then another negative and another negative, and you just keep stacking those things, and it's really hard to get your mind out of that negative mind frame sometimes and focus on the positive. And it gets to the point where you just feel like super overwhelmed and frightened by these feelings because they're so big and scary and negative. Yeah, and especially with my background, I know how hard it is to get out of that negative mindset. It's extremely hard, and there are very few things that can do it. I'm lucky my husband can actually do that for me, just with his presence and his stupid jokes. But, you know, so like having a tool like an essential oil that can help you do that is amazing. Because by stacking these problems, by noticing these problems all throughout the day, what actually happens is you experience all of those problems at once in one single moment, and that is so overwhelming. So what Magnolia actually does is it does the same thing with stacking, but in the opposite direction. So if something positive happens, and then you notice another positive and another positive and another positive, and the positives just keep adding up. And Desiree spoke about how like that's all you can notice is the positive, and you can't even think about the negative because you're just so focused on the positive. So yeah, it stacks the parts of your life that are going right. And yeah, if you struggle with any sort of mental or, emotional imbalance or struggles, however you want to describe it, that's pretty powerful and pretty amazing. So to help with those issues, Desiree suggested rolling it over your heart, right on the inside of your elbow creases and your wrist creases, and then also inside your forearm. And she said sometimes she'll do it over her abdomen as well. Yeah. Amanda, keep working on your husband. I had to work a very long time, but he believes in oils now. Mostly because he had to go through surgery, but I convinced him. So yeah, keep working on him. So yeah, Desiree just mentioned too that Magnolia highlights those moments that are worth mentioning how bright they are. You can experience more gratitude and appreciation for your circumstances and what's happening around you. And not to get too deep, but I'm all about like being open and vulnerable and sharing my true self. So I've been going through some things lately, mostly in my workplace, and it just hasn't been a positive environment, and I've actually had to leave that environment. So I basically lost my job. I'm about to go on maternity leave soon. And things were just happening and stacking, but then like 2 days later, I started noticing, like, obviously 2 days is a long time, not ideal, but I started noticing, sorry, low battery, the positives. And like, I had a job interview, I added someone to my doTERRA family, and it was just crazy to me because it usually, if I get in that like negative funk, it takes me a very long time to come out of it. So being able to even recognize those blessings or those positive things that were happening 2 days after basically losing my job, like, and to feel like happy about it and not even, obviously thinking about it, but not focusing on the negative, like, it was so weird because I'm not normally like that, but it was very powerful. So Magnolia is amazing. Just take it from me. So in terms of like the stacking analogy, so Desiree says use it 3 to 5 times a day, and it's basically like a great attitude correction. So if you have a problem with negativity, which I do, this is going to be your new favorite oil. So I think that's pretty much all I have. I would love to answer questions. Hopefully I know the answers, or I can find the answers. But yeah, thanks for joining in, and hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.